Hey everybody, I'm back to show off Sorcerer King, which I picked up during the recent Steam sale. It was like 10% off. Um, I've had my eye on this for a while. I really like the streams they put up weekly. The game's grown tremendously since I started following it, and it continues to grow every week. It comes out in July. So what is Sorcerer King? It is by Stardock, the guys behind Galactic Civilizations and Elemental. Elemental, to give a little backstory, was a game I was really excited about, and I jumped in the beta and was one of those who felt kind of burned by that experience. Not quite the game I was hoping it was going to be. Um, since then, Age of Wonders 3 has kind of come out and become the crowned king of 4X games, in my opinion. But Sorcerer King adds a little more to the table in that it's not really a traditional 4X strategy game. It kind of is. I mean, you're doing the expanding and exploring and stuff, but you begin the game at a severe disadvantage with the Sorcerer King having already conquered the world, the randomly generated world or the pre-made map world that you pick. Um, and your goal is to sort of uh, defeat him. I think I've never really played a full game. I've only played like a couple hours. Well, I guess like four, almost five. Two or three different games I play for about 30, 40 turns, and then I start a new game, just poking around. It's not very early access because it comes out in like 3 or 4 weeks. At this point, it was supposed to be out a few months ago. They've just been adding and iterating and polishing. So this feels to me like the best and most complete game Stardock has put out. Let's just take a look at it and dive right in. Okay, so there are 6 commanders, and each one has their own kind of randomized storylines and events and quests and things that pop up, and their play styles are different. For example, the priestess gets these kind of cool divine wisdom points that she can spend on neat, like powerful things. I was summoning these really powerful units fairly late in the game. She's the first I've ever played. Is with her. The wizard has hypnotism. He can like steal units in battle permanently, from what I can tell. Pretty good chance to resist it, but if the enemy doesn't resist it, then boom, free unit. I haven't played the commander or the tyrant, guardian, or tinkerer. I like the idea of the tinkerer though because I really actually kind of like the crafting system. So I'm tempted to like play him pretty soon. But the wizard just recently got a significant revamp of his skill tree, so I kind of want to play with that a little bit. So let's just pop into the wizard. And with all characters, once you pick him, you can choose generating a random world. And I think they talked about splitting this up in his own screen. There's a lot of UI stuff that's kind of being changed even last minute here. That's all been for the best that I can see. We'll just play on normal. We'll play on a medium-sized map that's randomly generated with common shards. Shards I'll explain in a bit. They're kind of the main resource in the game. Um, and here we go. All right. Rivals. There are neutral factions on the map, and you can. I thought there was a way to edit this so they could be randomized. There is. I'm just missing it. Here we go. Here we go. Random. Uh, you can become allies with them, or you can go to war with them, and they can side with the Sorcerer King. They can provide units, different creatures and races, elementals, dwarves, all kinds of neat things there. I've seen some pretty cool stuff from the rivals. They give you early quests, and so far it seems like it behooves you to do those quests. But if you don't or can't, then the Sorcerer King could swoop in and claim them, and they'll expand and they'll grow cities based on the difficulty level. This is independent of the game itself. This difficulty level depicts how your rivals behave and how quickly they side with the Sorcerer King or you, or how quickly they start claiming land and territory. I will leave it on normal for now. Click on play. At the beginning of every game, you get to choose a bunch of things like setup for how you're going to start. For example, your name is Gaylor. I'm pretty sure I can change that as and everything too. Leader of Athica. Again, that's the starting city I'm going to have, and I can change that. How did I want to have dedicated my efforts? Raising an army, building a strong city, in exploration. Let's say I dedicated my initial efforts to raising an army. Now I can choose a couple other things here. Stop the revolt, or let these fools revolt. I like the idea of this because as you're making choices, and quite a few times choices will come up in the game's a lot of quests and interactive events that pop up, and as you're choosing things, you're gaining points in things like fame or bravery or something like that, and those paths that you build points up in actually create new narrative and storylines. So let's just say these guys want to do a brewing revolt, and let's say I let them. I'm gonna let these guys charge their doom to teach the rest of the city the danger that we face. Boom. Stood back and let the fools get what was coming to them. When their mounted heads were returned to Ithaca, used their deaths to stir up anger, forging a more effective militia from their fury. The angry but obedient soldiers are always the best. Alright, which gave me a point as scoundrel, and I start with a militia unit. Okay, and we'll just keep them. Ithaca, here is the game. Here's the view. So every sovereign has their own starting faction troops. Tandis the Warrior is my champion. There are several champions in the game, and you start with Tandis whenever you play as the War Wizard. You can, I forgot to show you this, you can customize your sovereign. You can make your own blending of the sovereign's abilities, their starting attributes and spellbooks, and which depict their research potential, their starting champion and units. I also have Sir Kristen. He looks like he's a sword and board kind of guy, and I have a wolf, Bailey, who can howl and bleed. And Tandis being a champion, he actually has like a skill tree that can develop over time and can be equipped weapons and armor. Actually, everything can be equipped weapons and armor. Weapons, however, are in the purview of champions only. Okay, so here's my city. I can build some stuff here. Here's the territory that I got available to me. Food, production, essence allows me to enchant my city. For example, I can immediately pop up, and I'm sure I start with some, here we go, enchanted hammers. 3 extra hammers for my city, which honestly is a pretty big get, because I only have, what is this, 13, so 3 more would be pretty good. Or I could be growing faster, plus 3 food, which is what I'm going to do. There we go. And that uses up my only essence slot. This is kind of a carryover from the actually perfectly good system from Enchantress, Fallen Enchantress. So I'm going to quickly build. I like to build a work camp for extra production, so that my future buildings build quicker. Now I've got logistics. This limits how many units you can just throw out there, and I'm going to spend a point of logistics building on my shard. You always seem to start with 1 shard near your city. So boom. I got extra sovereign skill points. My sovereign will level up, and I'll show you that here in a bit. And as he levels up, he can get some cool abilities. And now I've got plus 5 magic. So what's plus 5 magic? That's this. I'm making 8 magic per turn. 2.6 of it goes towards my sovereign's experience points, letting my sovereign level up and get some pretty nifty abilities. And then the sovereign, I should point out, is not a unit on the map. He's me. So the abilities are all passives, like being able to cast an additional spell per turn, or being able to enchant, or things like that. Mana is 2.7 per turn, so I got 88 mana right now, and I'm earning 2.7 per turn. That's all from this. And then lore is being applied towards research, which I'm going to need to research a spell real quick. So here's my initial points I can learn. I can Pillar of Flame. It's going to take 10 mana to cast and 16 turns to research at my current research potential. Let's just grab Pillar of Flame because it sounds cool. Alright, now if I want to move this around, I can. I can be like, let's put this over here, and now it'll take 7 turns instead of 16. Although I'm also making less mana per turn, and I'm getting less experience per turn. It'll be 8 turns before I level up. Well, if I want to focus on my Sovereign getting levels faster, I can say 42 turns before I learn my first spell, but I'm going to level up in 2 turns. And actually, I don't know how this is a good strategy, but let's do that, just so I can level up next turn, and show you that skill tree. Alright, meanwhile, idle units. I can move my army around. I do have militia, and I could actually move them out and join the army. I don't see why not. I started with them after all. They can cleave and bash. Hardened troops. Let's walk over here and grab this treasure chest. It's got some... Well, I don't think I've seen treasure chests that don't have just crafting materials in them. Which is fine, because crafting materials are really useful. You can build some pretty nice early game stuff right from the get-go to equip your units with once you get a few pieces. A return home scroll, that seems new. I don't think I've seen that before. What else can I do? I can't... If I had my territory expanded a little bit, I could build horses at the cost of one more logistics. If I wanted to, I could have built a scout, but it would require a point of logistics, or soldier, same thing. So as you expand and grow, you can build buildings that give you more logistics. So your army starts off very easy to manage, by and large. Okay, let's see. Here's an abandoned village. Let's go check this out. A party of small warriors roam the streets of this village. Dwarves, though they don't wear the uniform of an organized unit. Alright, so they're bandits, and you accuse them of attacking the village. With your tiny, crafty little hands, you shriek. They shake their axes and accuse you of the same. It sounds sincere, but this could be a ruse. Well, I've already kind of went down the scoundrel path, so I'm kind of being kind of a jerk. So I'm just going to attack the dwarves. Likely story for you, imposter. Alright, oh, okay. So here's a look at the combat. I actually really like the visuals in this game. Even zoomed in, the models look really nice. Lots of nice animation, good coloring. The game itself, I think, has a really clean, nice look to it. So, alright, so the first thing I can do is I can cast a spell. Remember my ability as a wizard was hypnotism. I can only cast, I think, early in the game like this, one spell per battle. It's very limiting. So I can do a nice, solid 9 damage base. Or, no, sorry, I have 1 shard, so it's 8 plus 3. So I can do 11 damage to these guys here, and they have 32 hit points. So it'd be like a third of their health, and it would actually lower their initiative. Interestingly, damage and health don't seem like they're huge numbers. You're not going to get to like hundreds of health. Well, maybe some units will. Most, like a solid hit from a warrior would do like 12 damage, 8 damage, somewhere in there. I'm thinking what I might do. Who gets to go first? This is the queue. First thing is first. All right, so this guy is gonna go next. So yeah, let's maybe Icy Blast him. Heck, I want to hypnotize him. What are my chances of success? 30%? You can see down here in the corner on here, the Dwarven Warrior stats. 30% chance to get a Dwarven Warrior. Seems like it's worth grabbing for. Ooh, it worked! If he survives, which doesn't seem super likely all of a sudden, let's try and save him. There we go. If you swarm guys, other adjacent units will take advantage of the attack and get a free attack and add some damage. Alright, this is looking pretty good. What's his ability? Crushing Blow. Alright. Tons of damage, but you lose your next attack. There we go. That's how you do that. You've got a poor record when attempting to rip false beards off people, but you'll get it right someday. Actually, the writing is very charming that I've seen so far. As you look around, you find little evidence the village was actually attacked by dwarves, much of the damage occurring well above waist level. Alright, what are you doing in this village? Well, we like attacking, they ask. Attack the bandits. Okay. So, I do have an ally in this. That's actually kind of nice. That worked out to my advantage, and being good would not have helped me there. I could try and hypnotize one of these rangers. 30% chance to resist, but I feel like I'm being pushed my luck. Let's instead see who's going to go next. A bandit captain. Let's see here. What's the bandit captain got for abilities? Scurry, Iron Skin, Imprison. He can cast Imprison? Jeez. Poison Shot. He can parry. He has 33 health. This guy is not really a joke. Jeez. If I shock him, though, it'll disable his special abilities. Are there 2 captains? Oh my god, there are. Is this like one of those deals where I should have been paying attention to how powerful this quest was going to be? Whenever you cast a sovereign spell that I've seen, it eats up the turn of the unit who's selected. And I kind of want Tandis to be able to do some damage, like sweep. Smite. Get him. Alright, that wasn't a lot. It's poisoned my guys a little bit. Let's do a Howl. It'll increase the attack of all my units. And let's cast a spell while this guy... Man, I really need a Hypnotize to kind of work. Yeah, here's this zip. That's too bad. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Ooh, they retaliated. That's not cool. Oh, so did my guy. That is cool. I'm glad my militia came along. Alright. We can do a sweep. That's not... Okay, that's not bad. I think there goes my dwarf. Well, easy come, easy go, I guess. Archers. Solid. Ooh, good dodge. Good counterattack. Nice. Oh my god, backswing. What the? Alright. We need to get Tandis out of there. Can I cast another spell? No, I cannot. Alright, let's try and get up here and finish this captain off here. Oh, or not. Do you have any potions? No, not yet. Okay, hopefully Tandis can dodge, I guess. Okay. Well, we came out to finish that guy off. Let's try and angle him towards the archers. Get at them next turn. Whew. Forgot about that backswing. Oh, I don't know what happens when my champions die. I've never had it die before. That was dumb. Now what we can do is we can actually toggle autoplay and just watch the fight play out itself. We can just have the remainder of the battle auto-resolve. Let's just see what the AI will. Oh, he flamed already. Get him! You can do it! No, you can't do it. Alright, well, I just lost. Oh my god! Tandis, the Doomsday counter fills up because the Sorcerer King got a big victory there and I lost my main army. And the Doomsday counter fills up as the Sorcerer King attacks and destroys shards and does a bunch of other things that I don't want. So that was a unfortunate opening couple of moments there. I did gain a level for my Sovereign, so let's re-normalize that and level my Sovereign up. I could have had a thing where my units all gain experience faster, extra bonus to the amount of lore being produced, so that would make my spells research quicker. I could pick this, and I probably will. Extra spell I can cast per battle, and I get 20 extra mana. So let's just grab that. But these are all leading to the wizard has a different skill tree than any other sovereign, in that his spells can become quite damaging and very powerful, leading up to things like ultimate wizardry. The current spell is instantly learned, and the sovereign can research an unknown spell of legendary might. That sounds fun. That probably is going to happen for a while. So unlock clairvoyance. And I can't show you my champion leveling up, which is fine because they're going to redo all those champion trees. Oh, he did actually survive. He's not dead. I guess they don't die. They just go back to their town. He's all by himself though, so it's going to be tough to get anything done. He has 2 health. Yeah, that's too bad. Let's just end the turn couple times and build up like a soldier or 2. Gain another level. Spells are a little bit cheaper. Healing spells are more potent. Let's try and get my units a little bit faster experience, since I kind of need to make up for losing a big chunk of my army. Alright, let's go grab some stuff. Tandis is all by himself. I can craft something. Nope, not really. I have mana again, so I could have crafted something. I'm gonna set my city again level, so I can I can expand. Let's see, this tile here's got some food and some production, a little bit of production, a little bit of food, Yeah, there's not really a whole lot that's better than this tile right here, so let's grab that. And you can see little farms get built on that. And here's Tandis. He's got lots to explore, but I hesitate to go anywhere because he's all by himself. And level 1... Whoa, what are these guys? Destroyer's army. We have destroyers, groupies and followers. Knockback, stun, mounted charge, combat rating 11. Okay, well, we don't want to be fighting those guys. Let's see if I can run away. Get a chest. Alright. Okay. So I can start building again. I'm going to train a soldier. I don't think you get logistics back when you lose your guys. We have the bandits that destroyed me want a piece of the action. Auto resolve lose, I'm sure. Yikes. Well, yeah. I mean, my city will defend itself a little bit there too. I can always try and cast Pillar of Flame here in a little bit. Let's put this down to lore, see if I can get this spell in a couple turns, and I'll try and cast it. I don't actually know if it's even a, Oh, here's a Sorcerer King. He's your friend initially because you're not a threat. Prove us. Give us logistical assistance. Give me a scroll. Yeah, you know what? Let's... Giving an inch to the Sorcerer King does increase the Doomsday counter. There are ways to lower that, though. But I did get a toady, little administrator guy. And he is attacking now a shard way up here in the north. So, it's not going to be a shard I'm going to probably be able to capture this game. What's this guy do for me? +2 food in the city that he's in. Nice. So, there you go. A little extra food production. Let's try and get that spell. Oh, my city leveled up again. Hey, get out there. Form an army. Some more production. And food. Build horses. I can start building like some pretty good units later on with horses. I still have one more turn to cast that spell, so let's pass. And let's build another soldier. Pillar of Flame. Wrath of Fire. City has +1 fire attack to all allied units when fighting in the zone of control. Oh, that's kind of cool. Fireball. Let's grab that. Alright, can I cast... Is this a spell I can cast? It is. Alright, let's do this. Let's Pillar of Flame these guys. Boom. Now charge. That's right. Auto attack automatically because we couldn't lose. So, there we go. There we go. I feel vindicated. This game features a cloth map. I forgot to show you. There you go. You can see a little more detail without having to figure out what's going on exactly. I have the grid turned on. I kind of like the grid. I think it looks kind of subtle, nice. So, okay, well, I don't want to play too much because honestly, this game's coming out in like a month or less, and I'm actually really enjoying it. So I kind of want to dive into it when it gets to be ready for prime time. In the meantime, I will quickly craft an aspect of speed. Give it to Tandis. And now, in his inventory, he has a little +1 initiative trinket. So, he'll go more often. Very nice. Okay, well, I think that'll do it for now. I will show more later when the game is done and out. And hopefully it won't take my early strategic foible personally when considering picking this one up. It looks fun, and there's a little balance going on, I'm sure, so... I probably should have been paying attention to the, if you put your cursor over it, it tells you, like, a Humble Inn week, so it's a week quest. That other one may have been, like, an average quest or something that's not really something for your starting army. And who knows, if I'd been friendly with those dwarves, maybe they would have both have joined me in the fight. So, hard to say. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.